Hey guys, Mrs. Moylan. So we've got a new learning this week. We've got the distributive property, okay? So if I look at the left side of the equation, it says 5 with parentheses y minus 4, okay? What that means is I have 5 sets of y minus 4. I could write that out, y minus 4, y minus 4, y minus 4, right? 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that means that I have 5 y's, and I have -4, -8, -12, -16, -20, right? So I'm taking this, multiplying it by what's out here, and I could write it out and figure out what that equals. But a shorter way to do that is to just multiply what's in the parentheses. So that's what we're going to do. 5 distributed to y, 5 times y, gives me 5y. 5 times -4 gives me -20, right? So I have multiplied y times 5 and -4 times 5. I'm going to do the same on this side. But now I'm distributing 7. So if I had 2 y's 7 times, I would have 14 y's. And then 7 times 1 would be plus 7, okay? So I've simplified this into this. That's the only extra step. Now you're looking at an equation like you've been solving. I choose my smallest variable. That would be 5y. So minus 5y, because this is positive, I need to subtract. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. That cancels, right? Bring down, and then you have to do 14 minus 5. Okay, and that's my new problem. My variables are now all on the right. I now want to move my constants to the opposite side. This is a positive, so I do inverse -7 minus 7. That cancels. -20 minus 7. So I have 20 negatives and 7 negatives, so I have 27 negatives. And I bring down the 9y. And then the last step is to divide by the coefficient. Divide by 9, divide by 9, and y equals -3. Okay, so that's the whole solving step. Distributive property, then move the variables, then move the constants, divide by the coefficient. Okay, now to check with substitution, I take my original problem and I got my answer of -3. So I am replacing my variable with -3. Everything else stays the same. Replacing my variable with -3. Now, if I have a 2 next to a -3, that means that I'm multiplying it, right? So 2 times -3 plus 1, that's all in my parentheses, and I bring down my 7. Okay, so I'm using substitution to have my reasoning of why my answer is correct. PEMDAS now is a thing, right? So I have to do parentheses first. -3 minus 4 is -7. And then over here, do my parentheses. So 2 times -3 is -6 plus 1. And then 7, right? I still have parentheses here. So -6 plus 1 is -5. And then I can finally multiply. So 5 times -7 is -35. And 7 times -5 is -35. As long as both sides are the same, then I know that I am correct. So this would be your reasoning. Your claim would be that x equals -3. And then your evidence would be all your work. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out.